In the intricate dance of human connection, there exists a silent, unspoken language, a world of subtle signals, fleeting glances, and unconscious gestures that reveal more than words ever could. This is especially true when navigating the complex realms of attraction and desire. We often search for clear, definitive answers, a simple map to the heart and mind of another. But the landscape of female psychology is not a straightforward path. It is a rich, nuanced, and deeply layered world where emotion, biology, and experience intertwined to shape how traction is felt, expressed, and acted upon. To truly understand the signs of desire, one must look beyond the surface, beyond scripted lines and predictable moves. The real story is told in the moments in between, in the hesitations, the involuntary reactions, and the quiet shifts in energy. It is a language written not in ink, but in body chemistry and emotional currents. This exploration is not about finding a secret formula for seduction, but about cultivating a deeper awareness. It's a journey into the powerful, often misunderstood psychology of female attraction, from the first spark of interest to the profound bonds of a lasting relationship. What follows are not rules, but insights into the fascinating mechanics of desire, connection, and the human heart. Attraction often begins not with a grand declaration, but with a series of quiet invitations, a silent language that unfolds long before the first significant words are spoken. One of the most potent and primal of these signals is the gaze. While fleeting eye contact is a common social norm, a look that lingers just a moment too long carries a different weight entirely. It's a sign of focused attention, an indication that in that moment, the rest of the world has faded into the background. This prolonged gaze isn't an act of aggression. It's an act of selection. It communicates, I see you and I am interested in what I see. It's a subtle yet powerful gesture that opens a channel for a deeper connection to form. Once a conversation begins, this silent language evolves. A woman who is genuinely engaged will often create a powerful feedback loop. It's not just about hearing words, it's about absorbing them. Look for the nonverbal cues, the subtle nodding, the genuine smiles that reach her eyes, the arching of eyebrows, and moments of surprise or intrigue. These are not mere courtesies. They are reflections of active, empathetic listening. When she punctuates the conversation with small affirmations like, "Oh, is that right?" or "Tell me more," she is doing more than just being polite. She is investing her mental and emotional energy into the exchange, signaling that she values the connection being built. This level of engagement indicates an attraction to the person, not just the topic at hand. Beyond these conscious or semi-conscious signals, the body has a language of its own, one that often betrays feelings before the mind has fully processed them. When a woman is in the presence of someone she finds highly attractive, her nervous system can react in surprising ways. You might notice a slight, almost imperceptible stutter or hesitation in her speech, a brief moment where her composure falters. This isn't a sign of weakness, but a manifestation of heightened nervous energy, the kind of excitement that can momentarily disrupt practiced social grace. Similarly, getting goosebumps when it isn't cold is a powerful physiological response, an involuntary reaction to a surge of emotion or a jolt of attraction. Interestingly, attraction can also be cultivated through a peculiar psychological phenomenon known as the Ben Franklin effect. The principle is simple. We tend to like people more after we've done them a favor. When a woman agrees to a small request, whether it's passing a drink, offering a piece of advice, or helping with a minor task, her brain works to resolve any cognitive dissonance. It rationalizes the act of kindness by concluding, I must like this person if I'm willing to help them. This can be a surprisingly effective way that the mind, often without our conscious permission, begins to build a bridge of affection towards someone new, turning a simple act of goodwill into the first step towards something more. As initial attraction deepens, it often transitions into a more profound and intimate space, the realm of desire. This is where the psychology of arousal and the rich inner world of fantasy come into play, often in ways that defy common stereotypes. The mind, in many respects, is the most powerful organ of arousal, and for many women, it is a vibrant theater of imagination. Contrary to the outdated notion that men are the primary architects of sexual fantasy studies and anecdotal evidence alike, reveal that the female mind is a fertile ground for intricate, emotional, and intensely vivid scenarios. This inner world is not just a fleeting thought. It is a space where desire is nurtured, explored, and amplified, often serving as a powerful catalyst for physical arousal long before any touch occurs. Within this landscape of desire, another fascinating paradox emerges: the role of aggression and dominance. While traditional social scripts have often cast women in a more passive or receptive role, the psychology of arousal tells a different story. For many, there is an undeniable thrill in shedding these expectations. This can manifest in two ways: either by taking a more dominant, assertive role in an encounter, or by finding immense pleasure in a partner who is confidently and considerately in control. This isn't about a lack of agency, but rather a form of liberating play where power dynamics become a source of excitement. The act of being taken, or conversely taking charge, can be a powerful psychological release, tapping into a primal energy that is both exhilarating and deeply connecting. Of course, desire is not purely a mental exercise, it is profoundly physical. Understanding the nuances of the female body is key to understanding the experience of pleasure. From a physiological standpoint, the nerve endings responsible for the most intense sensations are not uniformly distributed. The first 5 centimeters of the vaginal canal, in particular, are packed with a higher concentration of these nerves. This anatomical fact highlights why certain types of stimulation can be far more effective than others and underscores the importance of a mindful, attentive approach to physical intimacy. It's a reminder that pleasure is often a matter of precision, not just passion. This interplay between mind and body can even be influenced by external factors. Consider the humble aphrodisiac. While many are dismissed as folklore, some, like ginger, have a basis in physiological science. Consuming ginger can elevate the heart rate and increase blood flow throughout the body. This doesn't magically create desire, but it primes the body for it. It creates a state of heightened physical readiness, making it more responsive to the psychological and emotional cues of attraction. It's a subtle boost that helps align the body with the desires already brewing in the mind. Adding to this is the potent allure of anticipation. Often, the sight of a partner partially clothed is more arousing than complete nudity. This is because the imagination is left to fill in the gaps, creating a sense of mystery and building a powerful tension that fuels desire. The mind is invited to the game, turning the act of revealing into a tantalizing part of the experience itself. While the initial sparks of attraction are often fueled by chemistry and instinct, the transition from fleeting interest to a deep, lasting connection is paved with emotional intimacy. When a woman is truly falling for someone, a significant psychological shift occurs. The grand, exciting gestures, while still appreciated, begin to take a back seat to something far more profound: the beauty of shared simplicity. She may begin to talk about things she loves in a way that seems almost poetic or even cliché, contemplating the stars, listening to the sound of rain, or finding joy in a quiet shared silence. This isn't a performance or a line from a movie. It is a genuine expression of a heart that is opening. What she is truly communicating is that the simple act of experiencing the world has become infinitely more meaningful now that it can be shared with him. His presence has become the missing element that elevates the mundane to the magical, a clear sign that he is becoming integrated into her emotional landscape. This desire for shared experience naturally extends into the realm of communication, which itself can become a powerful aphrodisiac. In the early stages of dating, a slow reply to a text might be easily dismissed, But as emotional investment grows, the responsiveness and quality of communication become a vital metric of the relationship's health. Women often place a high value on a partner who communicates promptly and engagingly. This isn't about insecurity or a need for constant validation. Rather, it reflects a desire to feel prioritized and connected. A quick, thoughtful response says, "You're on my mind." An involved, stimulating conversation builds a bridge of mental and emotional intimacy that can be just as thrilling as physical touch. It creates a shared world of inside jokes, mutual understanding, and emotional support. A world that becomes a sanctuary for the relationship to flourish in. Maintaining this vibrant line of communication is essential for keeping attraction strong over the long term. As this bond of trust and safety deepens, another beautiful and often misunderstood aspect of female psychology can emerge: a more playful, vulnerable, and almost childlike side. The desire to be pampered, cared for, and cherished is a fundamental human need, but it is one that can only be expressed when a woman feels profoundly secure with her partner. When this side appears, especially when she strongly desires something, it's a sign of ultimate trust. She feels safe enough to let down her guard, to be soft and unguarded without fear of judgment. This isn't a form of manipulation, but an invitation into her most tender, authentic self. It's a testament to the fact that her partner has created an environment where she feels not just desired, but also deeply protected and loved. However, it is crucial to recognize that the nature of attraction is not static. The intense, all-consuming fire of a new romance will naturally evolve over time. In long-term relationships, attraction is less of a spontaneous wildfire and more of a carefully tended hearth. It naturally diminishes if left unattended. This is not a sign of failure, but a predictable and normal part of any enduring partnership. The challenge and the beauty of a long-term bond lies in the conscious and active cultivation of that connection. It requires effort from both partners to continuously invest in the romance, to keep the channels of communication open, and to make the emotional and physical connection a priority. Sustaining desire is an active choice, a testament to a couple's commitment to not just coexist, but to continue choosing each other day after day. As emotional intimacy solidifies, it finds its ultimate physical expression in the act of lovemaking, culminating in one of the most powerful and complex phenomena in human psychology, the female orgasm. This experience is far more than a momentary physiological release. It is a profound neurochemical event that plays a critical role in the formation of deep emotional bonds. During orgasm, the female body is flooded with oxytocin, often referred to as the love hormone or bonding hormone. Crucially, women produce this hormone in quantities up to 4 times greater than men during the same act. This massive surge of oxytocin does more than just create a feeling of blissful relaxation. It forges a powerful neurological link between pleasure and the person providing it. It's the brain's way of saying this person is a source of profound safety and joy. This chemical process is a key reason why, for many women, sexual intimacy and emotional connection are so deeply intertwined. The act itself can literally rewire the brain to foster a deeper, more lasting attachment. However, the journey to this peak of connection is not always straightforward. A significant point of misunderstanding and often anxiety revolves around what is sometimes called the orgasm gap. Scientific and survey data consistently show that a relatively small percentage of women, often cited as around 30%, are able to achieve orgasm through vaginal intercourse alone. This is not a sign of dysfunction or incompatibility, but a simple matter of anatomy and physiology. For the majority of women, clitoral stimulation is not just helpful, but essential for reaching climax. Understanding this fact is crucial for dismantling the performance-based pressures that can plague intimate encounters. It shifts the focus from a narrow goal-oriented act to a more holistic exploration of pleasure, encouraging partners to communicate and discover what works best for them without the weight of unrealistic expectations. And for many men, being able to fully participate in that exploration with rock-solid confidence and unstoppable stamina is the ultimate goal. If you're a man watching this, you know that showing up with the kind of youthful power and hardness you had in your prime can make all the difference. For those looking to restore that unstoppable confidence, we found an incredible free video that reveals a bizarrely simple, all-natural home remedy. It details how to prepare a purple hardening tonic at home in just 7 seconds that addresses the true root cause of performance issues, something that dangerous pills only temporarily mask. To watch this eye-opening video right now, just open the camera app on your phone and point it at the QR code on your screen. Tap the banner that appears. There is also a link pinned at the top of the comments below. Now, returning to the topic of active participation and control from both partners. Further enhancing this experience is a practice that has been known for centuries, but has only recently entered mainstream awareness. Pumperism, more commonly known today through Kegel exercises. This technique has ancient roots originating from tantric traditions in India and later being perfected in Thailand. It was the German gynecologist Arnold Kagel who popularized it in the Western world, recognizing its immense benefits for pelvic health. The practice involves consciously strengthening the pelvic floor muscles, the same muscles used to control the flow of urine. For women, a strong pelvic floor does more than just support internal organs. It can dramatically intensify the sensations of arousal and lead to more powerful, fulfilling orgasms. When a woman actively uses these muscles during intimacy, squeezing, or gripping her partner, it is a definitive sign of her deep engagement and pleasure. She is not a passive recipient. She is an active participant using her body to heighten the experience for both herself and her partner. This level of control and engagement is a powerful indicator that she is fully present and immersed in the moment. In exploring the vast spectrum of female sexuality, we also encounter rare but fascinating phenomena that highlight the body's incredible capabilities, such as the documented instances of birthgasms. While highly unusual, these occurrences serve as a powerful reminder that the female body's capacity for pleasure is vast, complex, and still not fully understood. Of course, the path of attraction and relationships is not always smooth. It is often complicated by insecurities, fears, and the natural evolution of feelings over time. Understanding the more challenging aspects of female psychology can be just as crucial as recognizing the positive signs. One of the most common and powerful emotions in this arena is jealousy. While often viewed as a purely negative or toxic trait from a psychological perspective, a certain level of jealousy can be a natural response rooted in evolutionary and social dynamics. When a woman feels a pang of jealousy, seeing her partner interact with another attractive woman, it can be a manifestation of a protective instinct, a fear of losing a valued bond. In a healthy dynamic, these feelings are fleeting and manageable. However, it's the absence of this emotion that can be a far more telling and concerning signal. Similarly, the dynamics of commitment can introduce a complex pressure into a budding relationship. Attraction can be a delicate ecosystem, and one of the fastest ways to disrupt its balance is by pushing for a level of commitment that one partner is not yet ready for. When a woman exerts pressure for a serious, defined relationship before a man has had the time to arrive at that conclusion on his own, it can paradoxically have the opposite effect. His attraction may begin to wane not because he doesn't like her, but because the feeling of being pursued by an expectation is psychologically repelling. It shifts the dynamic from one of mutual discovery to one of obligation, which can stifle the organic growth of romantic feelings. This is a crucial lesson in the importance of timing and allowing a connection to unfold at its own natural pace. Perhaps the most counterintuitive and alarming sign that a relationship may be in trouble is the sudden disappearance of jealousy in a partner who was once prone to it. Imagine a woman who used to ask questions about your whereabouts, who showed concern when you were out with friends, and who generally displayed a healthy, possessive interest in your life. If that behavior suddenly evaporates if she no longer asks, no longer seems to care, and displays a placid indifference to your social life, it should not be mistaken for a newfound sense of trust. More often than not, this is a glaring red flag. This abrupt shift can indicate that she has emotionally detached from the relationship. Her focus, her worries, and her emotional investment may have been transferred elsewhere. The silence of her jealousy can be far louder and more ominous than its voice ever was, often serving as the first subtle signal that she is either on the verge of leaving or has already in her heart and mind left. Ultimately, the psychology of female attraction is not a simple code to be cracked, but a complex and beautiful tapestry woven from threads of biology, emotion, personal history, and the unique dynamics of each relationship. The signs we have explored, from the silent language of a lingering gaze to the profound neurochemical dance of intimacy, are not a checklist to be mechanically followed. They are guideposts, invitations to pay closer attention, to listen not just to words, but to the unspoken feelings beneath them. They remind us that the landscape of the human heart is ever-changing and deeply personal. The true art of connection, attraction, and lasting love lies not in mastering a set of techniques, but in the genuine empathetic effort to understand the unique individual before you. It is in this sincere curiosity and mindful presence that the real enduring magic is